Hello, everyone. I have a hilarious story for you. I want to see if anybody hops on with me. You can't miss this story. It's freaking hilarious. The funniest thing happened today. But before I go into the story, I want to tell you what has been unfolding for me. I have felt this deeper sense of surrender and opening and allowing. I would definitely consider myself a bit of a control freak. And I've always been like that, not out of like really wanting to control others, but trying to prepare for the worst and control the world around me. And this is not a fun life when you are trying to control everything around you. When we surrender and we let go, that is when the magic happens. And so what has been unfolding recently is I've really been dipping into healing this divine masculine within me. And so like we're a balance, right? We are masculine and we are feminine, not to be mistaken for male and female. We need a balance of both energies because both energies serve a very valuable role in our lives to feel whole and to feel fully alive and creative and fluid and protected and grounded. We need both of these energies in balance. And so recently I've been very intentional about getting really grounded and healing this relationship with the masculine. And so something really cool has unfolded. I have my first one-on-one coaching client, which I never thought would happen. I never knew, like, allow the universe to surprise and delight you, right? This person reached out to me. It's someone who I connected with a long time ago on Facebook, and we've been following each other's journeys. And he asked me if I would coach him. And I was like, shit, I don't even know where to start. But then you open up and you allow, and I feel fully prepared because I fully surrendered. And I have allowed the flow of source, light, love, God, spirit to come through me in order to deliver the highest, most meaningful value to him. And it's really beautiful because he has some work to do with the divine feminine. I am working with the divine masculine. And this has all come together of recent. And so we are healing each other in a way. While the focus is on him because he is the client, I, as the coach, am learning from him, and I'm having this beautiful exchange with a man. I'm having this beautiful experience with a masculine energy that is lighting me up. It is such a neat experience. Okay, so here's my story. Funniest shit happened today. So my gas light came on, and I usually have 10 or 20 miles before I run out of gas. I've never run out of gas in this car. Maybe once in like high school I did, but I've never run out of gas in this car. And so my cup is so full today. I am feeling so protected and so provided for. And that's another thing that the masculine energy does for you, is it allows you to feel protected, grounded, fully supported. And that's really what I'm stepping into, is allowing myself to be taken care of and to be provided for. Like, I don't have to do it all. And we're not doing this on our own. And when we open up and allow, we are fully provided for. You just have to surrender and let go. Okay, so back to running out of gas. So I took Sophia over to her friend's house and the gas light came on. And this like 5 miles from the house, or maybe 4 miles, whatever. And so I'm like, I really need to get gas. And I take her over to her friend's house and I come home. I didn't get gas. And she calls and she's ready to come home. And I'm like, okay, so I'm running out the door. I don't have any shoes on. How silly is that? Put your shoes on, Monica. And, I've got my crystals. I'm in my Aztec hoodie. I've got my flowing hippie hair, which I love. Someone once looked at me and said, what are you, a hippie? And I was like put off by that. I fully embrace my hippie hair. I love it. And so I get in the car and I'm driving and I'm feeling like overwhelmed with peace and protection and love, and it brings tears to my eyes. And I'm like, I'm just feeling so provided for today and so protected. And I said, right after I said that in my mind, I am fully provided for, I said, God, give me an unmistakable sign. And this is what I mean by God has a sense of humor. I ran out of gas right in that moment. Car just puttered out. I was like, shit, what exactly does this mean? I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Like, I'm vibing high right now. Why the hell would I run out of gas right now? Barefoot. And so luckily I was in the neighborhood, wasn't on the busy street, and I just kind of coasted, and I was right around the corner from Sophia's friend's house. And I get out barefoot, so embarrassed, right? I mean, I really would have been embarrassed in the past, but at this point, I'm to the point where it's like, whatever, doesn't matter. You know, I get out, and the neighbors across the street, whoever lives right there, is outside, and it's a lady, and I'm barefoot. I'm like, I just ran out of gas, and I just kind of laughed. But Sophia's friend's house is right down the street. So I start walking in that direction very swiftly because I was kind of like, oh my gosh. And so I walk swiftly to her friend's house, and I have never met this friend's parents. Super nice people. But I call Sophia, and I'm like, Sophia, you're going to die. I ran out of gas. And she's like, you got to be kidding me, Mom. And she's laughing. And I walk in, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. I've run out of gas. And her dad was so nice, and he just laughed. And he's like, girl, it's okay. It's happened to me before. I've got my gas tank in the garage. We'll just walk you down some gas. And so her friend's dad walks down with me. And as we're walking down, here comes the neighbor that had seen me walking barefoot because I ran out of gas. And she was like, oh, I just came to check on you. I wanted to make sure that you got where you were going and see if you needed anything. And she said, I'm Cheryl. My mom's name is Cheryl. My mom is always looking out for me. My mom always has my back. If I need help, I can call my mom at any time. Hold on. And here, James, Mom. And so as we're walking back, and then here comes her husband with his gas tank. And so they both gave me some gas. So I ended up with a couple of gallons, and I just thought it was a hell of a sign, okay, right? I'm like, okay, I got it. Thank you. I appreciate your sense of humor. That's not exactly the sign that I was going for, but oh my gosh, what a beautiful realization, like hits you right between the eyes. I say, show me that I'm fully provided for. I run out of gas. I'm right down the street from where I need to be, albeit barefoot. And not only do I have one family laughing through it with me, like full of grace, bringing me gas, then this other family comes from another direction. Lady has the same name as my mom, and they both give me gas. I think it's a pretty cool story. So I wanted to share that with you. Just, you know, and in the past, I may have gotten really frustrated and like maybe cried or been really embarrassed, but I felt really loved and really supported. And I was around a group of people that I didn't know at all, but you know what? They didn't judge me. They didn't care. They just wanted to help me. They didn't say a word about me being barefoot. And it really lit my heart up. So no matter what, if we will allow, we are fully provided for. In the worst of circumstances, we are always provided for. But only if you ask. Only if you are willing to receive. Only if you are open to receive. And in order to be fully, truly open to receive, you have to let go of all of the guilt, shame, and fear that you have carried with you all of your life. Let all that shit go. Because you're not being judged. You're being fully loved if you will allow. I hope you all have an amazing evening. I just wanted to share my silly story with you. Barefoot, hippie hair, crystals, and my Aztec hoodie, baby. If I was going to run out of gas, I wouldn't rather run out of gas any other way. Have a great night, you guys. I love you. Bye-bye.